Right. Um, been away for a while, so appreciate you all being patient. Was meant to be back doing a live podcast last Friday, Saturday, but I had a bug and I've not been too well, so that show will be coming now next Thursday. Myself and James Rowe and another guest is yet to confirm. Um, this is totally unplanned. I was meant to do this a bit earlier today, but things are coming up, and yeah, I can't really hold out till next week to discuss this matter with, well, as we all know, the Koscielny situation, and as you've seen the title, I'm going to give them later on in the stream here, I'm going to give my thoughts on Sky Sports and their apparent sources and how they are, as a whole, the most unreliable, not only just channel, but as a whole, for what they provide. Just unreliable. Don't tell the truth. Pick what they want. Say what they want. Say one thing 1 minute, one thing completely different to the next, just to get clickbait. It's all suited around certain clubs, i.e. Arsenal, our club. But yeah, I'll get into that in a little while. Firstly, I've got to address this issue of our club captain thinking it's okay as club captain, wanting out of the club or not, wanting to go back home, where he came from 9 years ago, by the way. Thinking it's suitable to throw his toys at his plan, just because it would suit him more financially for us as a club to terminate his contract, so he gets a signing on fee for whoever he joins in France. But because we won't do that, we want to recoup the money we paid for him, £10 million we paid for him, we will recoup that. He's wearing his toys at his plan, thinking he's the big I am. Like, seriously. Who on earth does this person think he is? This guy, for the 9 years that he's been at the club, what's he actually achieved? Has he won us league titles? Has he led us to Champions League glory or European glory as a whole? No. We signed him back, 9 years ago this summer, but 9 years ago obviously, from the French second division for £10 million. Straight in the first team, as you do, under the old regime. Given the prestigious in Arsenal eyes, for some, or most, the number 6 jersey, straight from the off. Okay. His first season, Arsenal as a club got to the league, what is now called the EFL Cup final now, what is named the Carling Cup branding. A game we should have won. Birmingham City, Wembley. At that time, going into 6 years since we won a trophy. You could have ended that little drought, and I had it go on for the next few more years. And by the way, 10 mil, before I go into what he did, 10 mil back then for any sort of defender back then was a lot of money. Unlike now, that sort of money now is peasant money, to be honest, in today's market. But he, in that final, fucked things up for us. Let's be honest, as a whole, the team weren't all out today. He's in the 82nd, 83rd, well, later on, in the 80th minute mark, and around that, like between the 80th and 90th minute, decided, I don't know, not to listen to his goalkeeper, who's at that time rookie, Koscielny, it said, ever since then, has come out and stated, I told Koscielny to leave the ball. Like, step aside, I've got it. Well, Koscielny didn't do that. He tried taking a swing at the ball and hoofing it out into thin air, but fucked it up to the point that he kicked the air, and in the process, the ball skimmed off him, back of his leg. This then ricocheted off our goalkeeper, Koscielny, with such a wide open goal for other Felipe Martins to just tap it in and lose us the final. And there's a clip from that final when that moment happened. He's literally, as I am now, he's literally on his knees. And just like, completely shell-shocked. And gets back, and someone got one of the Boom City players go behind him, hit him in the face, and that face the head, back of the head, smack. No reaction. Nothing. Let's fast forward to even more recent for the fan base that weren't around him, but might have been around, it's like 2 seasons ago. Not last season, just gone season before. Wenger's last season. Wenger's not long come out, said he's leaving. So this is a perfect opportunity for the place to step up after the season we've had that year and deliver one final piece of silverware for their manager to go out on high on at the club. Semi-final, first leg at home, Atletico Madrid. 1-0 up. All we should do is see out the game at this point, in a sense. Don't concede the away goal. In control of the game, Lon Koscielny, of all people, decided that on the 83rd minute, here's a thing for that area, as you'll find out, decided to sort of, instead of hitting the ball, as the ball's come to him, instead of taking it to his chest and hoofing it forward down the pitch, he went to bicycle kicked the ball out for a corner, but he fucked that up. He kicked it into his face, and when it ricocheted back to his leg and went back behind him, and left the entire mess on Mustafi and Ospina to try and clear up, which they couldn't. Which then led to us drawing that game 1-1. First leg, they've got the away goal. Second leg, yeah, he got injured, but he put us in a situation, effectively, that was not impossible because of our away form that season. And people today, some people, not all people, I've seen, have still got the audacity to defend this man. Oh, he's loyal, he's professional, there must be a reason behind this. I've said at the beginning of this stream, I've said, pure and simply, money. If we terminate his contract, he gets a massive signing on fee for whoever he joins back home in France, he'll get a sign on fee. As any free agent would, signing for a new club as a free agent. And that's what he wants. But because, and I repeat this, because we've said no, we want to get our money back. You've got 1 year left in your contract, we're not terminating it. You want to go, that's fine, but we need some money for you. He's throwing his toys at him, like a petulant little child. And there's no way back from this. For him himself, I think that's been made, and I think that's in the club's brief statement today was made perfectly clear. There's no coming back. This ain't the Arsenal of 2+ years ago. That would be our captain's done this, or our players da-da-da-da-da. And then it's somehow switched around and that place stays and forever and ever and ever. That ain't happening. Not now. Raul, Emery, don't have that. And they'll be like, are you for real? And he was just feeding in, and doing this as well. That's fed into media going, yay, they're loving this. But Koscielny don't care. For all you people who've been backing Koscielny, he's just fucking booted in his fucking teeth. Yeah, and people wanted to sign a new deal. I thought his contract was up this summer. I mean, I don't know, I can't remember when early, but I think it was, again, Sky, I think it was. They talked about back in when Ramsey was confirmed he was leaving, they're going through everyone that was going there. And Koscielny was one. So obviously they got their information wrong, which I'll get them to later. But I was gutted. I was genuinely gutted. Because we can do better. We have to, and we could have got better. And we can get better. It just makes it now, because of what he's done, he's made it 10 times harder for us to get rid of Mustafi in the same window. Which is interesting. Of course, it's interesting. Mustafi is bored. English game don't suit him. Foreign leagues at the league or whatever, to a point, suit him. Syria might suit him a bit more. Might. I don't know. But as long as he's not in our books, I don't care. But it's made it 10 times harder now. Because now we've got with Raul and all that, even though they've gone out with the rest of the players and all that in the club to the States, they have now got an extra job on their hands. They had a lot of work in the first place, but this is just added to that, where they've got to now spend all the time they've got getting one of these clubs to buy him. And also, if I was in the perspective of the Bordeaux owner, Lyon, or was it Marseille, that I pinned it into him. If I was one of them and I saw what I'm seeing what is coming out today, would I really want him at my club, knowing he could do this at any time? No. French or not? No. Again, these other clubs they can do and get a lot better. This ain't the first time either that he's thrown his toys at his pram, respectively. He's even done this, not done this exactly, but he did some last year. He threw his toys at his pram after his country. His teammates went to a World Cup and won it. Even though he was invited by the French FA and all that, and the French president to attend the World Cup final and meet all his teammates afterwards, final this, that, and the other, and have photos of them, with a trophy, this, that, and the other. Didn't appreciate it. He then gave it a couple of weeks and then started digging out the current France manager, Deschamps, saying he made no effort for me on my birthday. He made no effort. The second I got injured, he made no effort towards me. I'm sorry. Any manager worth their salt, no matter what you think of them, it's a World Cup year, weeks before a World Cup. Are you really going to put all your time and effort into someone who can't be part of your plans for the World Cup because he's got himself injured? In the midst of the cock-up that I mentioned earlier against Atletico. And then made it worse a week later. That took him out for, I don't know, what did it get? What, November, December he came back? Last season? Are you going to put all your time and effort into that person? You've got an entire squad's worth of players you've got to whittle down to an X amount of numbers to take all the way to Russia and try to win a World Cup? No. But he's made a peasant little child. He's doing it again. And as I said before, he's now coming back for him. Under the old regime, Gazidis and Wenger, maybe. Well, not maybe, definitely. They wouldn't have thrown him under the bus like what's happened today and put it out there straight from the off. They would have mollycoddled him. And if this situation had come to the surface in the media, they would have tried to dampen it down. Like, no, don't be silly, it's fine. No issue, he's just injured. That's all right. But this regime, no. Raul for one. I'll take this shit. This is a guy who's overseen one of the greatest teams of my lifetime as a whole for how many years? And that's at Barcelona. How many years? Was he there doing what he did, building and helping build an unstoppable force in European and not just European but global football? And people, certain fans are a bit sceptical of him because of, even though what he's done at Barcelona, they think, oh, he's come to, you know, that he's come to us. They think maybe he'll be within himself compared to what he was at Barcelona. No. If you were that unsure, go on the Arsenal YouTube channel and go find the interview him and Vinay had, both parts, 1 and 2, and you'll see how much he cares about the club as a whole, and every single perspective of it, and what he wants to achieve, and what he wants to build. So Koscielny is now gone, as far as I'm concerned. I can't see him. I don't see him now in an Arsenal shirt at all. To be honest, I don't see him in an Arsenal. I didn't think he'd be in an Arsenal shirt next season anyway, because I believed they were going to sell him. But this is just round home. They're saying he's gone. By crook or cranny, he's out of the club. But they won't take it after him. They'll get one way or the other. They will keep that 10 mil that he spent on him 9 years ago. Which brings into question who should be our new club captain, and was he vice captain going forward into next season now. Now I said, I'm being honest with you now. Last time I thought he should be stripped of his captaincy, and in normal circumstances it would have done in other clubs. But Emery had his hands tied because of the budget. He had a small budget to work with. You're going to get a few players, and he couldn't get more than what he wanted, because he wanted Zaha last year, amongst others. He wanted him last year, but he couldn't. He was told, "You're coming in first summer. You've got a budget here of X amount. You get a few players in, but the rest, most of that squad you're going to work next season is what's here right now. And you've got to work out what suits your system. And then come next year, up now, we will get rid of the dead wood, get rid of what doesn't suit, and keep what does, and start building that from that." I'm hoping that's the case anyway. Otherwise, fucking Emery's going to be buggered anyway. Yeah, I'm going to get onto that in a sec about transfers. And Koscielny's just. And if that hadn't been the case, and he had been given it back in straight from the off, and they'd said to him, "Who do you want to keep? Who do you want to go?" Now, back last year, he gone bam, 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 bam. This is who I want out. This is who I want to keep. This is who I want to bring in, and they've done that. Because then A would not be at the club. No way, God's green earth would he be at the club. They hadn't kept the captaincy, and that's part of the reason why he wanted to do that. He decided to do the five captaincy thing last year, haven't he? Because it was his sort of way of saying, "You're not part of my plans, really, but I'll keep you captain because I've got this person, that person, that person." As other prospective captains. Obviously, Czech was the vice captain. Obviously, when he got dropped from his injury and get back into the first team for the league, that went out the window. Ramsey, obviously, as we know, is gone. They couldn't renew his contract, so he's then gone off to Juventus. So that's a third one gone. Even 2 of the 5 left. Ozil and Xhaka. And if I'm brutally honest, out of them 2 that's left, neither of them stepped up last year when they got given the armband. Not once. Home or away, in my opinion. So as I've discussed this about my last show, about a month ago, with James, about captaincy, he said Holding, and he said vice captain, but he mentioned Holding would be his first choice as captain. And I can see why he said that, because out of the players that he's inherited from the previous regime, he adapted. He adapted to Emery's style. He's learned and he's got better. He's progressed. And what better thing to have is someone that a player you've inherited that's adapted to you. And they can then you give them the captain's armband, they lead by example then, and others will follow. But also, a possibility would be maybe a Lacazette. There's been rumours about Hector Bellerin. I can understand why, if it was to happen, but it would be my first or second choice. But I'd back it and just see what happens. Yeah. Oh, God, man. Socrates, I've been saying all season, so maybe Socrates as well, but I've been thinking about, and since the close of the season, I've been sort of took a step back and looked at things, and it's weird because he has certain qualities, but he doesn't have to. It's weird in a sense. Also, I want someone to be captain and be named captain for the long term. He's also come out and said not recently, as I think it was he signed on, or halfway through the season, he said, at the end of my contract, I'm gone, as in he'll retire or he'll leave. And that's 2 years away now. So that really sort of throws that one out the window, really. He could be like a backup, like third, fourth choice or whatever, worst case scenario sort of thing. But as a long-term first choice captain or whatever, obviously that can't be the case. And I want my captain, the next captain, to be a long-term thing. So yeah, there's that. And I'd like to get into this. Go check the chat quickly before jumping to digging out Sky and their amazing sources and their stories and dipping and diving into that malarkey. Is it with the guys that are in the chat? If you want to drop any questions in, I'm in the chat now, so ask away and I'll answer them as soon as I see them, be it Arsenal, football related, or whatever. Sky now. Oh, John, this could be a while. Hope you're settled. Sky Sports. Where do I want to start with these bastards? The most manipulative lying bunch of you-know-what you could ever come across. And they just, because I was doing this show anyway because of the Koscielny thing, but something they did 24 hours at 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening, and then 24 hours later, sort of round it home. I was definitely going to do this because I've had enough, because I need to sort of put things straight and try and get this my club's fan base into clear sight thinking mode. They're not reliable, basically. Everything they say is absolute pony, especially when it comes to Arsenal. For example, when Higuain was about to leave Real Madrid before he went to Juventus, the year he went to Juventus, no, Napoli, sorry. We were heavily into him all summer, and then about halfway through the transfer window, Sky sources, breaking news, excuse me, Gonzalo Higuain travelling into London to have his medical to sign for Arsenal. 2 weeks later, he signed for Napoli. Benzema as well. Any day now, any day now. Everything's been agreed. Fee's been agreed. This, da, 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 da. Guy goes on Instagram and confirms his loyalty to Real Madrid and stays at Real Madrid. Didn't see that coming. There's a bit another spin on it. Let's switch it a bit here. Mesut Ozil. Now, what was that? That was the 2013-14 summer. Going into that season when we signed him. All summer, not a peep. No, nothing coming out from anyone about, especially Sky. You think of all their reliable sources they have, they'd find something out and they bought it. Nope. Transfer deadline came along. Also, we signed Mesut Ozil. Turned out that was an ongoing thing for the whole summer. It would have been done a lot earlier if it weren't for Gareth Bale and Tottenham delaying their move, their end. But that's an all-summer thing. From the second when I went the previous season to then. But they didn't have a fucking clue. Not a fucking clue. But they might be a reliable source of information. Are you taking the fucking piss? Let's go more recent now. Right. Let's go really recent in terms of managers. Wenger announces he's leaving. Okay, cool, fair enough, right. And about for the last 2.5 weeks before Emery was obviously reappointed Emery, all we got round home, down our throats, 24/7, by Sky, and other media outlets as well. But Sky are the ones that really round it home because they're 24 hours a day service they provide on Sky. Any day now. Arteta's your new manager, boys. He's coming in. He's happy with them. He's happy working with a budget. He's best friends with Koscielny. He's coming. He's coming. They didn't even know Emery had an interview with Koscielny and the board for the Arsenal job at all until it was all mentioned in the actual press conference announcing it. They didn't even know Emery was going to be the manager until 24 hours before he was announced. And even then, they was like, nah. It's a smokescreen. It's still Arteta. But no. 40, it will be at 7 o'clock in the evening later on. It'll be 48 hours since on Sky, on their live channel, their two bigwigs on live TV said the Zaha deal was dead from both ends. Nils, moving on, done. And then someone else on that same time was saying, well, I'm being told this, but I've also been told the opposite to that. Okay, why are you doing your fucking job then? Before you report anything at all, go and find out who's telling the truth. Once you know who's telling the truth, you report that information. Oh, you won't do that because you know how reactionary our fan base is, and you want the clicks and you want the views. Yeah, that's why. Because then fast forward 24 hours later, what you're saying? Oh, it's not dead. Both clubs are still communicating with each other. They're both just waiting for Ivory Coast, who have now been knocked out since then, to the African Cup of Nations, to come home from that, and him to go back to Palace and have talks with them to get this deal done and dealt with, to come to Arsenal, to get it over the line. But he weren't saying that 24 hours ago. So what's the line tomorrow? Tomorrow at 7 o'clock this evening, because they're on Friday. So 7 o'clock this evening on your live thing, your live transfer daily thing. What's that line going to be? It's dead in the water now. Done and dusted. Also, Koscielny as well. You're saying we've only made one bid for him. Well, that's bollocks. We've made 3. 15, 18 and 20. The latest being 20 with 5 mil on add-ons if he meets certain targets in the contract. But you haven't reported that. As far as you're concerned, that hasn't happened. Only the first bid has happened. But every other media outlet has reported about these other bids being made. No, because they ain't going to happen all, is it? Because Celtics just buy left backs as a fun of it, don't they? They want 3-4 left backs at their club. Dumb asses. And I was just, this is why I don't trust Sky. Most other reasons, I don't trust Sky anymore. If they report, it's like, I take it with a grain of salt, literally, if that. When it comes to transfers as well, especially when it comes to transfers, until the club announce it on their social media, via their social medias or their YouTube channel themselves, and this, put it out there, it's confirmed themselves. I don't believe anything. I only believe it when I see the player, the said player, in the Arsenal kit, doing promo work and all that malarkey. He's on the club site, all official. Because that's how unreliable Sky have become. I'm done with it. There's no way they can come back to be what they once were. But it is what it is. What won't stop it either is our reactionary fan base. The second you can come together and stop overreacting to and believing every single thing they fucking say, then it will never stop. Their bullshit will never stop. It's when you stop being reactionary, then they don't do what they're doing now because they're not getting the reaction they want. Use your fucking heads, please. Like, seriously. Because I'm sick of being off. Anything comes up, I then got it in either in the group chat or that I'm currently in, or on social media itself as a whole, and having to explain, calm down, it's bollocks. Think that. I'm going through points like this is what I to us, but you want to believe them now? Like, seriously. Just calm down, take a breath, relax. I'm just. It is what it is. What it is. People will come across this and see this and jump on board and be like, hang on, he's got a point to connect all the dots. And some people be like, F off, I'll do what I want. But it's up to you. But whilst you keep on doing what you're doing and reacting and giving them the reaction they want, this will not stop. It only stops when you allow it to stop. So that was that. I'm going to sign off in about 3 to 4 minutes, give or take. Unless anything else comes up now between now and next Thursday evening, at around, I don't know, I'm trying to think now. Next Thursday around 7 o'clock UK time, myself, James Rowe, and another guest to be confirmed. Just waiting for him to get back to me on that. Unless anything comes up, that will be my next show. And that, yeah, as I said, that'll be live UK time, 7 o'clock. But yeah. So, train of thought's gone because of the fucking plane. Oh dear. But obviously, if something does come up between now and then that can't wait till then, I will be straight back on here, giving my points on it. But depending on the reaction from the fan base again, it would be a nice calm reaction, depending on what happens. If it's an overreaction from my fan base, I'll have a bloody meltdown again. Well, technically say again. I'll have a meltdown, complete and utter meltdown at our fan base, aimed at the fan base, because you haven't took on what I've just said then. And it's like, you're just doing what I said, you're just feeding. You don't feed them, they don't fucking keep doing it. They find someone else to fucking bat over the head with. But yeah, so yeah, unless anything comes up between now and then, let's work. As I said, can't wait till then, next Thursday. I'll come back on here straight away on the day itself and report on it. Otherwise, I'll see you next Thursday. And for the guys that have been watching along and liked the show while it's live, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, for the people that subscribed recently as well, thank you. I hope you stay on for the long haul and help spread the word about this channel, what I'm doing and what I plan to do coming into next season, mainly on Arsenal, but as I said before, bits and pieces in mine as well. And yeah, that'll be interesting, what I've got planned. Yeah, so help spread the word. Spread the word about myself, what I'm doing, this, that and the other. And if you're new to the channel, you come across this and you haven't subscribed and you're completely new, and you liked this show, or how you go back and watch any other shows that I've done over the past year, and you like what you see, please subscribe and hit the like, smash the hell out of the like button, because the more likes I get, the more people that get to see this as a whole, as I've noticed and checking things out before I came on live. Finally, analytics. I can't remember words actually, I'm that ill. So yeah, subscribe. As I said before, smash the hell out of the like button so I get more people viewing it, as many people as humanly possible. And also, when you do subscribe, smash the fuck out of the like button as well, because doing that, you won't miss my future shows starting from next Thursday onwards. And I'm going to be, between now and the season starting, going to be doing a lot more regular shows, either on a weekly basis, 2 to 3 shows a week, depending on if there's anything worth talking about. If it's a quiet week, then it'll be a quiet week on here. If it's a very hectic week of news about Arsenal as a whole, I'll be on here quite a lot. Maybe sometimes it'll be just me on here, as in what I'm doing now, and others it'll be me and another guest. Or just literally just due to fact on whatever the situation is at the time. Going into the next season, and obviously the night before the season kicks off, so it'll be a Thursday. Thursday night. I'll be doing the night before the league actually kicks off against Liverpool v Norwich. I'll be doing a season preview with myself and a few other guests to be. I will be confirming them guests near the time on here and via social media as well, on my Twitter, Instagram, you name it. I will be putting my Twitter handle in the description below in about 10 minutes time. And yeah, again, thanks for people who are watching this live now, and for the people who are watching this back afterwards. And appreciate you coming in and watching, like you wouldn't believe. And I'd really appreciate, as I said before, if you can literally subscribe and smash the hell out of the like button. Just bash, 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 bash. As I keep coming on now, the more likes I get, the more people that get to see it. Because that's how YouTube works apparently nowadays. So yeah, thank you, and until as it stands next Thursday, up the Arsenal.